Hello, my name is Akita Gary Aurora, and this is Spirit Prescriptions, and this is part two of your RUMI Roundtable. And in this session of the RUMI Roundtable, we will be doing the signs, the summer signs, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. Some of my favorite signs. All right, so first one up is Cancer, and these are from the RUMI Oracle deck. And it is an invitation into the heart of the divine. So this is speaking directly to our hearts. And because of that, I'm going to read directly from the book once we take the card out. And if any advice or information comes in that I think I should share, I will. Okay. So this is a little different. It's just truly receiving the message. And I hope that these messages resonate with the signs. Okay. And then we also go into the El Kui deck. And this helps us to take it a little deeper, merging the two cards together and asking some deep questions that might truly help us with that transformation and with opening our hearts back to its original purity and allowing all the goodness of life to flow into us. So to help us with that journey, and ended up doing it under the solstice energy. So I'm thinking, all this beautiful energy that we are receiving, and to help us open up our hearts and to, continue the shedding of 2022. I mean, this whole reset awakening cycle, we're really allowing our hearts to expand. And as we step into the second part of 2022 tomorrow with this beautiful solstice energy, we are stepping into it more whole than we were before. And that wholeness has a big part to do with the healing of our hearts, right? So this advice and the messages from RUMI are helping us to really expand, help with the continuation and the expansion of our hearts so that we can just continue to enjoy, love, life, and laughter and all the good things of life. All right, so for Cancer, passion for purpose. And each of these messages also has a ritual. So if you do want the ritual, I don't want to make the videos too long. So if you do want the ritual for your sign, then just leave a message and I will get the information to you. All right. Or I might even post it on the description side. So just leave a note if you want it and you will get it. Ask and you shall receive. All right. Passion for purpose. And number 2, Cancer. So that might have some resonance. And I think this is the blue. Oh, this is with throat chakra. I can't remember. I remember what crystal this is, but I know I use it a lot for the throat chakra. The name slips me right now. Blue something. Blue something. But blue and water. Water energy, right? Blue. Passion for purpose, Cancer. So that's some synchronicity. I can't remember what this is. Is it blue? It's not a gate. It might come to me while we're doing it. If not, just take it for its color energy, sky blue, throat chakra. Okay, Cancer. And number 2. All right. I want to say chrysalis. Is it blue chrysalis? I'm not sure, but you might know it. All right, number 2, passion for purpose. Okay, Cancers, with your beautiful hearts, let's see what this message is for you. All right, love like life flows. I just said love, laughter, and something, right? So anyway, that's why I hesitated just now. I was like, isn't that what I kind of just said? Love like life flows through the heart. Feel the thrill of the flow and say nothing. Well, we know what flow is, right? Flow is just like water energy, right? So that's some synchronicity for your Cancer. Be in flow, love like life through the heart. Feel the thrill of the flow and say nothing. So Cancers, go with the flow. Be in your natural energy of water. All right. Do you yearn to find your way, Cancer? To fulfill your divine destiny? To know the purpose for your presence within the sacred body of the Earth Mother? Your heart is questing for deeper meaning. It desires certainty as to your sacred task for this lifetime. Your heart wants to know why you were born, for what purpose. You must know that the answer to these questions is love. I bring you your answer straight from the heart of the universe. Be wild within your passion. Do that which stirs your soul even when it makes you uncomfortable, especially then, for what is being truly alive is not a decision to be open instead of resistant, to be wild rather than comfortable, so that at any moment we will be ready for the invitation of the divine beloved to come closer. I call to you now, the you that is beyond your mind, the you that the heart knows, the you that cannot deny life. To that you, I ask this question: what stirs the passions of your nature? Do that. Be that. Ooh, deep message, Cancer. Time to go deep into your waters, Cancer. As we grow on the spiritual path, so too does our ability to serve life, to serve love, to honor humanity, and to offer a contribution that is unique to us. That could only flow in this particular way through the quality of our own soul light. Every light holds its own beauty, and every light has a particular task to fulfill on the divine path of life. To help us remember this, lest we get too easily distracted by the pain and stress that happens in life, we were given an inbuilt reminder. That reminder is our passion. We may think that passion is not particularly practical. We may feel fearful that with passion, there are no guarantees of success, or that we may even be throwing away a stable or secure life to pursue our passion. These are the fears of many, a modern society, yet they are so misplaced. Life supports all beings based on their true nature. The birds are given air in which to fly, and fish are given water in which to swim. Plants are given light of the open plains or darkness of the damp rainforest, depending on their needs for growth. Different flowers flourish in different environments. Bees have wings that are very small but powerful. Ooh, awareness is on my mind. Clearly, because aware is nowhere in this book right now. Bees have wings that are very small but powerful enough to move with such speed and rotation that their heavy bodies can fly. Each aspect of creation is given what it requires so it may become what it is meant to be, for its unique destiny to be fulfilled. So it is with humanity. Each one of us has something in our hearts that means something to us. It is irrelevant whether it seems practical or a recipe for success or not. It is irrelevant whether it seems practical or a recipe for success or not. We are simply meant to be what we are, to serve life faithfully from a place of honoring the truth of our nature. That's so powerful. It's the truth of your nature. And people have had this discussion for a couple of weeks. What is truth? Whose truth? What is truth? There's so many truths, truth. Your truth is truth. It's the truth of yourself. It's the truth that you discover by the unfolding and the being and the becoming of you. There could be your truth and allow other people to have their truths too. That's such a big message for this time, because a lot of people are fighting to be right. And the thing is, it doesn't matter who's right or wrong. What matters is you're able to be true and truthful about yourself, right? That which we genuinely feel passionate about, and to allow for life to naturally support growth according to our genuine nature. Yeah, no more, well, not no more, because it's always gonna be in existence. But some people can choose to be their own individual selves and experience their beautiful truths and their genuine nature and be supported in their genuine nature. I wanted to say it different. Genuinity. Anyway, tongue. Where we get into difficulty is not in bringing our genuine passions to life, for life supports this, but in learning to let go of attachment as to how that happens. Very true. We can struggle to free ourselves of the expectation we have to be something we are not. Oh, doesn't the world try to do that to all of us? The divine path of love asks us to become conscious of and then unlearn the play acting of attempting to be a false self, so that we may learn to simply love and accept our real self. Let's read that whole sentence again, because it's truly a very pivotal moment in your life and your life path, when you're able to make that correction and make that, not even the correction, but that navigation from living somebody else's story to truly living your own, and creating your destiny and then walking that path. So we can struggle. Let's just say the whole paragraph again. Spirit is saying, give it to them again. Make sure they got that message. Where we get into difficulty is not in bringing our genuine passions to life, for life supports this. So life supports genuinity. Am I putting an extra vowel syllable in there? I feel like I am. But in learning to let go of attachment as that, where we get into difficulty is not in bringing our genuine passions to life, for life supports this, but in learning to let go of attachment as to how that happens. So it's like taking that leap and not wondering how everything is going to come to you, literally that the fool's leap. Your job is to take the leap, not to worry about every single step forward, but just to have that trust to take the leap, that the universe will support your authenticity. Since I'm getting tongue on that other word. We can struggle to free ourselves of the expectation we have to be something we are not. The divine path of love asks us to become conscious of, and then unlearn the play acting of attempting to be a false self, that we may learn to simply love and accept our real self. We may even have a struggle on our hands to remember who our real self actually is for a minute. Fortunately, there is pleasure in the journey of returning to passion that can make the process of self-discovery a sweet one. But we must be brave, even in the sweetness of that journey back to the real self. We must dare to believe that we are not broken, that we are not inadequate, or better off to be like some other person, or some other person's view of how they think we should be. Do it your way. Authentic, genuine, you. We must be brave enough not to believe in the layers of guilt and shame. We must be bold enough not to fear our passion. As we dive deep within and explore what really makes us tick, deep diving, Cancers, into your own waters, figuring out your triggers, what makes us feel alive, figuring out your joy and happiness. We must be open, curious, and non-judgmental. That may be a subtle journey at first. We may feel as though we are looking in the dark, wondering if we will ever catch a glimpse of the light of passionate meaning we hope to find. That passionate purpose may at first be barely recognizable amongst all the should, could, cannot, and must do of our lives. As we stay true to the path, however, the light will become unmistakably clear. Our passion will reveal itself to us as essential as our breath. We would feel as though we were not alive without it. How could we have missed it all those years, perhaps all those lifetimes? It will seem so obvious then, burning so clear in our hearts that it cannot be more obvious, that we simply must live this desire, this passion, this purpose, or else spiritually perish into the shriveled up shell of a person denying life itself. Cancer, no, that is not an option. Save yourself. And literally, I didn't even know it said that exit. It literally says, oh, it says, no, that shall not be. No, Cancer, you can't. Nope, nope, nope. That's not an option. Don't do it. Passion must and shall prevail. This oracle comes to you with guidance. You are being initiated more deeply into your life purpose. Your passion will reveal itself to you with more depth, nuance, and beauty than ever before. If parts of your life are dissembling or do not seem to be working out as you had planned, these are symptoms of this passionate revelation. Be curious and open to what presents itself in the wake of the falling away. Be ready, see awareness. I know that was going to come in somewhere. Be curious and open to what presents itself in the wake of the falling away. So as you, again, this whole death, rebirth energy, as you die, pay attention to what is awakening, what is birthing, the new. Pay attention as you let go. Pay attention to the good things coming on in. We miss it sometimes because sometimes we're so focused on what we don't have and what's leaving us that we absolutely don't see all the beautiful stuff heading to us or that's already here, you know? Be curious and open to what presents itself in the wake of the falling away. Be ready for the journey within now. You are strong enough to leave behind the need for external validation while you learn to validate yourself. In time, soon enough, in fact, you shall reveal your innermost beauty and be witnessed and received, acknowledged for your innate value, purpose, and divinity. But for now, sweet beloved, dive deep, be defiant and determined to honor your heart so your deep passion may be witnessed by you and eventually, naturally, make its way into sacred expression in the world. If you have recently discovered a new talent or purpose or have been dreaming some big dreams, this oracle comes to you with guidance and confirmation. You are excited. Follow that excitement. Let it lead you into your own heart truth and onto an ever more passionate path of purposeful living. Oh, Cancer, that's a good message. It's like, you know, you're at that moment where it's like, you know, you got to take that leap. You got to take that jump. And the card is telling you, you have the courage, you have the talent, you got the wisdom. You know, all you got to do is not decide to just not do it. You know, like you got to burst through that door and go get it, you know, and every you got it, go do it, whatever that project is, whatever. And you know, and the new, again, this moment of transformation, we have to allow the old to die and truly welcome in the new stuff. There's a lot of new stuff, new paths. There's really a lot of new paths out there for everybody, but we have to really decide to take the new path and take all that is with it. And Eterna, I think that's how it's pronounced, Eterna, metamorphosis, transcend, journey. Okay, perfect for Cancer. Perfect companion for this passion of purpose journey that the next 6 months, second half of 222, is going to have you doing. And it's number 2, right? So the second half of 2022, number 2, passion of purpose. Passion for purpose. Yeah. Time for us to jump into our purposes, as well as we're going to be guided where, because my rising sign is Cancer, and sorry, one of my sun signs is Cancer, Vedic, you know, sidereal and Vedic. So my Vedic, if I'm for Vedic astrology, I'm Cancer as opposed to Leo for the tropical astrology. And I'm getting all over the last, especially this weekend, definitely last week, I'm getting more. Actually, it's been happening all year. I got this the spark of it, and over the last week, 2 weeks, it's like just clearly showing me a new path that I must also follow, you know. So this is real stuff, you know. And it's like, yeah, and I'm like, is this where really what I'm supposed to be doing? You know, y'all want me to go there? Okay. For how long? You know, so, you know, sometimes really the universe says, you know what, your job is done. And we're gonna take you on to a new adventure, and we have to really be ready and accepting and trust the new adventures. Okay, so Eterna comes up for us to help us transform and gives us that whole courage and helps us to think deeply about, and Cancer wants it to dive deep, right? So we have to dive deep, right, in order to transform and to accept this new journey and to transcend the metamorphosis that we truly are being asked to go on acceptingly and not kicking and screaming. All right, so let's get some message from Eterna, which kind of gives me this feel of like eternity, but it's not that. But well, actually, when you think about it, eternity, we're here forever. How the whole reincarnation energy, metamorphosis, we must, like the cycle of life includes death. It's not like life and death. Death is a part of the big cycle of life, and that's the transcendence and the metamorphosis. Yeah. All right, Eterna, what you got for us? For these Cancers, these beautiful Cancers. Eterna, she who becomes, rises, light like a feather, no longer anchored to the ground. Her lightness of being creates a total metamorphosis of self. You see how she is just flying. Even her hair is changing colors from fairy red to the intensity of light blue and white, like the hottest part of the flame. Her passion to transcend to her next highest self is taking place. Her right hand is held with the Prithvi mudra to offset the fire element and increase the earth element. So Cancers, look that mudra up. It's called Prithvi mudra, Prithvi, Prithvi. So tap into that for the second half of 222 for your transformation and metamorphosis. She knows she must maintain this balance. I pulled a card this morning and it was balance. So that's some synchronicity as well. Balance. She knows she must maintain this balance if she is to continue evolving. This powerful mudra increases her sense of stability, which she needs as she floats off the earth. Her antenna-like stamen gathers information on deep sensory levels. Eterna may seem to be asleep, but she is focused on her journey at hand. Remember, Cancers, you have to get ready to take this deep dive, and it's your deep dive into yourself. And you know, in shamanism, when we do the journeying, where's my rattle? My rattle's always close. Yeah. In shamanism, when we do the journeying, we always rattle, right? We're going into a deep dive into the soul retrievals. It's called it's the journey, right? So a journey is not so much like it's not meditating. It's almost like this combination. It's in the middle of meditation and dreaming. So you're awake, but you're taking a journey into another realm. So, you know, if you've never done it before, take a look at some journeying stuff, and or maybe do look at some guided meditations to help you. Yeah, like a journey. If you've done a guided meditation before, it's kind of similar, but because you end up going in, instead of just being quiet and still and seeing what comes to you, it's more directed. And then when you're doing a journey, it's something like that, because you're kind of like going into different realms and stuff like that. Just as sometimes when you do a guided meditation or listening to a guided meditation, it will tell you, well, let's go into here. And what do you see and whatnot? So yeah, a little shamanism in there for you, Cancer. It's time to evolve, and truly, it says transcend on there. Yeah, it's going to the next level. And that's the same thing, passion for purpose. So again, Cancers, it's, you know, this is helping you to for this next part of 222 to really go deeply and take that next step or that new step into your purpose or your purposes or your passions, right? Because me, I have more than one passion, you know, and I have several things that I'm trying to accomplish. So it's not always just going to be one thing. And sometimes you can just merge all of the different things that you're doing under one umbrella, but it doesn't always have to be just one thing that you're trying to achieve. All right, where did we go here? I don't even know where I stopped reading. Okay, her antenna likes stem and gather information on deep sensory levels. Eterna may seem to be asleep, but she is focused on her journey at hand. This card indicates that you are at a moment of becoming the being you have been working on. All the effort is coming together to send you soaring up to the next plane. The good news and the bad news is there is always another level to achieve. Each subtle state of existence creates new challenges. Know that you have safely lived on your current plane, and all that you have learned by, and failed in, and powered through will be brought with you on your journey. Again, there's nothing ever in vain. All lessons, all tears, all pain, all everything, you know, it's for a reason. It's for us to really access the gold again, the wisdom, the wounds, the wisdom we derive from the wounds that we have carried and experienced. The cranes who rise from the mist show you the past is a source of strength for the future. I see the cranes on there. Sorry, my camera coordination right now is not the best. Okay, there you go. All right. Know that you have safely lived on your current plane, and all that you have learned by and failed in and powered through will be brought with you on your journey. The cranes who rise from the mist show you the past is a source of strength for the future. Like the caterpillar who metamorphoses into a butterfly, it is time to try out your new wings. That's what I'm trying to do. Bring it in closer to you. What then your deep questions, Cancer, are to contemplate and self-reflect on. What is the next level for you? How can you benefit the most from this transcending? And what challenges me most in my current spiritual journey? All right, so beautiful questions, beautiful self-reflecting questions, so you can see, so we can see ourselves clearly. Again, that awareness. For some reason, that awareness was just on my mind, right? So Cancers, it's time for you to really take a step further, deeper onto your new paths or your passions, and know that you are ready for it. You're ready for the moment, right? Ready to release and fly. And again, it's transform, transcendence, and really step into your next level. So both cards really had that same message. This card saying, get ready for it. And this card saying, you're ready. All right. So over the next 6 months, ready yourself, because the time has come for it, so everything, the universe supports you in you stepping into your next best self, so go ahead and do it, Cancer. Take that deep dive into you being truly you, authentic and genuine. All right. And if you need some help, oh my God, it says begins with a C. This crystal blue, I think it's chrysalis something, but throat chakra, blue crystals, light blue crystals, sky blue. All right. Okay, time for my favorite sign, Leo. And I did not plan this, but the citron is on top of the Leo. And I really did not plan that. All right. And this is for the solar plexus chakra, citron for us Leos, that golden yellow. And the card is Divine Discontent. Let's go into the book, Leo. What is going on? Divine Discontent. Let us see what message RUMI has for us, Lions. And it is number 12. Yes. Roundtable. Hello. I love that. 12. All right, which is 3. Yes. Let's see this Divine Discontent. RUMI, what you trying to tell us, Leos? What are you trying to say? Let's see. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Guided to do that. The message is divine discontent. Winter falls upon us, so spring can bring new growth. Cry the tears, allow the longing. Sadness brings surrender and the deep desire to be free. All right, let's get into it. The best way to do that. Okay. I know your heart. I hear it breaking and groaning in darkest night when you imagine yourself to be silently cast adrift in sleep. It speaks to me that sacred heart of yours, whispering its longing and bemoaning its divine discontent. It knows when something is amiss. It senses that something is not quite right as yet. There is a piece of the puzzle missing. Even in its tremendous gratitude for all that is, and there is much gratitude and sweet appreciation in that precious heart of yours. There is a murmuring, a questing. It cries out to heaven, vouchsafe me a blessing. I cannot go on. I am broken and in need of your tenderness for healing. I am empty and in need of filling, not with stuff and bits, but with the most precious nectar of divine fulfillment. Nothing else will satisfy me. Please, please, restore me to wholeness. I can bear this missing piece, this broken disarray no longer. I listen, and I cajole that wise heart of yours. I praise it for its honesty and longing, for the longing is an irresistible perfume to the beloved, attracting the only salve that will soothe the divine discontent of your truth-speaking heart. That of divine presence, absolute and unquestionable. There is a sense within you, perhaps quite obvious to your conscious mind, or perhaps only dimly registered as an unnameable underlying sense of anxiety, that something in your life is not quite right. It may be the sense, even amongst so much gratitude, of a yearning yet to be met, a longing yet to be fulfilled and satisfied. This is the pain of the awakening heart. That heart is capable of bliss and ecstatic reverence for the sheer beauty and wonder of creation. Yet as the heart matures, there will be a process of deep, passionate longing that awakens for the divine. It is the impatience for the caress of the great lover, for the presence of the divine to come to you. Over time, that longing will grow from a mild inner sense of incompleteness, needing to become whole. It will develop into a holy fever, a sacred rage, a stamping of dancing feet, a pounding of fist upon the altar, and a longing so deep and distressing that one may well break into tears at the impossibility of bearing the pain of apparent separation for even a moment longer. Where is my beloved? Cries the awakening heart. I call for my beloved, and yet I am here, still waiting. I can stand this no longer. I can stand this no longer. As devotion grows and passion for the divine intensifies, so too does this yearning. so much so that this may come to feel as though your heart is breaking for the divine. Or perhaps you are not quite there yet. Your heart is attached to smaller gods, such as your status, your job, your lover, your body looking a certain way, or being able to live your life in a particular way. These smaller gods are not necessarily an issue. Yet you have drawn this oracle, and so it is guidance for you that the divine wants to draw you closer. Sometimes that means we will have the meager meal wrested from our hand, wrestled, and the letter is missing. Sometimes that means we will have the meager meal wrestled from our hand, so we may feast upon something far more delectable and grand. I like that. The divine is a fiercely possessive lover. If there is a face of another beloved preventing you from longing for the divine embrace, and if you cannot see that it is the divine beloved within your lover that you are loving, well then, something will be done by heaven. So make your relationship sacrosanct. 2 new words today. Seek the divine in all things. When you cannot, when the power of lesser gods has you in its grip, acknowledge it. Bear witness to it. Do not chastise, instead, be truthful. Let your heart break and lie prostrate on the floor, hands clutching and head bowed, as though only your sadness and plight could stir the heart of the divine beloved into descent of succor and grace, saving you from a life far too bland for your exquisite Epicurean palate. Big words tonight. I love that. Beloved into your, let me read that part again. Where does the sentence start? Do not chastise, instead be truthful. Let your heart break and lie prostrate on the floor, hands clutching and head bowed, as though only your sadness and plight could stir the heart of the divine beloved into descent of succor and grace, saving you from a life far too bland for your exquisite Epicurean palate. I just love that. As we Leos like food. Oh, this is such a Leo message. Just don't misinterpret the pain and think that something really is wrong. And that's a recurring message in all of these messages coming out. There's purpose in pain too, but I do truly believe that, we don't always have to learn through pain. You could start learning through less and less pain. That's something I really had to commit myself to. Learn the lessons of life coming from a more gentle teacher, and not through the lessons of pain anymore. Don't gotta do everything forever. Right? Switch it up. Yeah, just don't misinterpret the pain and think that something really is wrong. If you are surrounded by status and money and cannot understand why you should mourn, it is even more important that you allow yourself to do so. Mourning is to be felt. Understanding it understanding is not so relevant. Oh, mourning is to be felt. Understanding is not so relevant. Yeah, that's a really good message to feel our emotions. And yeah, because sometimes, I'm in conversations with people a lot, and especially when things aren't going right. And they're like, why? And sometimes it's not about the why, it's just to allow ourselves to truly be in the lower emotion and observe ourselves and almost like watch yourself, as opposed to wondering, why is this happening to me? Well, it's happening. So it's happening because you manifested it. that's, that's why. It's happening because we are manifestors, and everything that shows up in our life is showing us what we just manifested. So even when stuff shows up that we don't like, we got to really know that, okay, this showed up to show me what I'm doing and what I'm working towards, what I'm creating. And if I don't like this, then maybe I need to change something that I'm doing so I don't continue to manifest this, So that is a mature way to handle painful experiences. It's you. And sometimes we don't like to acknowledge it. We only like to take credit for the good stuff that shows up in our life. And when the bad stuff shows, it's like, well, why is this happening to me? I didn't do this. Yeah, you did that too. And Leos, be stubborn. So sometimes we need to hear this message. Yeah, you did that too. All right. Take ownership on all of our actions. Yeah. But if you must seek understanding, then know this. Dear blazing angel, I picked a good color for today. You are just waking from the deepest slumber, and with your awakening heart, you are realizing a truth. A part of you, deeper and wider, vaster and more instinctive, truthful and intelligent than your mind, is lonely for the divine embrace. This is right. This is sensible. This is sanity. It is the pain, the real noble pain of the heart that says, there is something more than this inadequacy, this settling for plastic instead of precious gemstones. That must end now. I cannot be fed by pixelated sunsets in animation upon my computer screen. What's that place, Metaverse? Why would you want the metaverse when you could walk outside and see the sunshine? No metaverse for me or the other Leos probably out there. RUMI says no, no, no. I yearn to be blasted by so much radiance and beauty, by the real thing, no fakes, that I become stupefied. I must witness so much divine splendor that all I can utter is some incoherent grunt. My mind dissembled and my heart ignited by the presence of my beloved. I want to become a fumbling, ecstatic wreck in the presence of my beloved. I want to allow this pain, this yearning, this divine discontent to guide me to my holy lover, so my life may never be the same. And so it shall be. I just put that on Facebook. This is so much resonance. This discontent, divine, growing within you is the beginning, not the destiny. This is just the beginning, Leos. Its purpose is to lead you into your greatest connection with divinity. Do not resist. Witness it. Do not dismiss it. Trying to cover up its smell with rose petals. Let your rank discontent be the pathway to divinity. Look beyond what is, what has been prized and treasured. and is now found to be plated and not the precious gold it once is esteemed to be. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I always say that in these videos, and now it's written for me to say it. Don't be scared. For you are my sidekick on this great holy adventure. I am here. You see, just around the corner. I have you in my sights though you may not see me yet. I am holding a loaf of fresh bread. I was going to say hot, and then it says hot from the kitchen. I was like, I want hot bread. I am holding a loaf of fresh bread, hot from the kitchen of the Creator, hoping to entice you with its wafting scent, tempting you to follow me on towards something of far more substance. If you are still stuck on the pine-scented air freshener, imagining it is anything akin to the wild scent of the pine forest for real, then how can I tempt you? Let the stench be the stench. Then the fragrance of God can be discerned. Oh, I love that. Let the stench be the stench so you know when you smell the real thing what it is. And together we can leave what is less behind. Oh, I like it. Once and for all, grabbing like hungry school children for the divine hot bread with sweet, fresh scent filling the air. Maybe I should make that as in my next scent. Fresh hot bread by Spa Smitten. Oh, wow. Leo, that is your message. So what I'm feeling, this is a message to me and to all the other Leos out there. Stop. We're not longer settling. This is the new path for the next 6 months, the next half of 2022. No turning back. We know what we want. We know what made us sad. And we learned through those processes, and the divine hears our hearts, hears our whispers, hears our weeping, knows, and our most precious wishes and desires are supported. And we don't need to settle anymore for what we truly don't want, but acknowledge it when it shows up. And then like, nah, this isn't for me, because I want that sweet hot bread. I want the gems, even though I like stones and crystals and all of that, but give a girl a diamond. Right? Go for the best, Leo, and don't settle for anything less. And let's see what message accompanies that for the other deck, right? Who's up? Who's bringing us into this? Manatili, powerful, devotion, true worth. Hello. Am I a good card reader or what? Like, they just match up so well. Ooh. And I did this like, I think 2 weeks ago, almost 12 days ago, right? Be proud, but not too much pride, right? Too much pride might kill you. Oh, and she has on white. The sun. I follow my intuition and always. And it works. Mantilla, let's see your message for us beautiful Leos. Manatili. She who remains sits on her crystal throne with her lynx. Oh my God, she has a cat. With her lynx beside her, her gown glows. Her gown shows her connection to the ice dragon. Oh, Her truth of self keeps her warm. Against the icy stares of naysayers. I just wrote about naysayers yesterday. And her gaze is cool as she surveys her snow-covered kingdom. Many of her subjects have left the wintry wilderness for less austere places. At any time, she too could have left her kingdom for other realms, but she is devoted to the ideals her reign represents. Her rule may seem like a lonely one to some, but not to her. She knows how powerful a person she can be. This card's lesson is to stay true to your purpose, even when others do not support you. Ashe aho atzam. Your true worth is not measured by the number of people who agree with you. People will come and go from your life, but have faith that you have the power to attract those who appreciate your gifts. Remember the lesson of this lady. Love yourself first and best. Those who remain by your side will be worthy of your affection. Your true worth is yours alone. Ashe atzam aho. How do I, in the questions to us to contemplate and self-reflect with, how do I feel most powerful right now? Who supports me and is worthy of my friendship? And I do think about that all the time. What ideals do I need to devote myself to? Devotion. Beautiful questions, beautiful pairing. So Leo, Divine Discontent, you haven't been happy with life always. There's been something missing. And that thing that is missing is here now. And it's your worthiness. Remember that. This, again, the solar plexus. It was you, your divinity, and that constant seeking of yourself, which is the divine, right? The divinity within you. And also that love. But you had to love yourself first. We have to love ourselves first. Our solar plexus, right? Knowing our worth, knowing who we are, and spreading our love, but loving ourselves first and foremost, not putting ourselves on the side to take care of others, but taking care of ourselves and then taking care of others. So it's just a beautiful, cohesive, and aligned message from both of the cards, stepping into your power, knowing your worth, and not settling anymore, and knowing that Spirit is with us. You know, we have nothing to lose, and we always win. We Leos, we win. You know, we always win. We do. Just the way it is. It's our divine natural nature to be the winners. But with that, with whom a lot is given, a lot is expected. Remember that, you know, don't get greedy or selfish or too prideful with it. You know, balance is key. Don't let that ego take over, you know. All right. Virgos, I love a Virgo as well. Let's see what Rumi wants you to know, Virgo. Blood Angel, number 7. What was Leo? Oh, number 12. Okay, number 7. Blood Angel, Virgo. And look, I had on it the clear quartz. And I really didn't think these crystals through. I just put them on. I actually ended up changing some because I used some and then put some other ones on it. So whatever crystals are on them today are meant to be there for sure. Okay, so clear quartz and Blood Angel. So let's see how this one flows. All right, and number 7, Virgo. Let's see. I don't know how long this has been recording, but this is the last one, and then we'll go into the next 3. Number 7. Isn't Rumi deep and lovely? Really hits to the core of your heart. Blood Angel. In the midst of the darkness, oh, and I know you Virgos like the moon energy. In the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. Stepping down from the clouds, it glanced at me like a falcon that hunts a bird and steals it away. It captured me and flew back to infinite space. As I looked for myself, I could not find me, for my body had become all soul in the tenderness of love. The 9 spheres of heaven dissolved in that moon as the ship of my existence drowned in the sea of love. Rumi. Well, there you go. Number 9. Virgos are number 9, the 9th month. Well, September, right? The 9th month. Okay. So there you go. Let's get deeper into the message. Do you dare place a limit on how much life you can contain, Virgo? I pour of myself into your heart and invite you to become nothing and everything with me. Let us be the sunrise that greets the new day and the sunset that honors the dying of the day in radiant glory. Let us be the angel of light arising from darkness and the starburst in the awakening heart of human beloved. But the moon, be the moon at the back of my heart and the sun at the front of my heart. Be wordless and wise. Let us have nothing that we know for certain and be content. Let us be all and let us be nothing. Let us be. And that's beautiful because again, the Virgo is complete. It's the 9th, it's complete. It holds all things. That's that 9, right? So just some synchronicity. The oracle of the blood angel comes to you with a particular message. Let's get it. You are being given the gift of more life. You may experience this as growth, expansion, more energy, more life force, or divine electricity circulating through your system. This blood angel understands that in the gift of the greater life, which enables a soul to live more of its essence, becoming a more palpable divine presence upon this earth, there are many unavoidable experiences. One of these is that there will be more sunsets to counter the increase in your sunrises. This is about balance. When opening up to receive more, one needs to empty out with as equal measure, for you will receive according to the great generosity of life itself. And thus, even more shall be offered in compensation for what you are willing to release. However, release must take place. Balance is the natural law. The sunset makes way for a time of night. That might be the darkness of grief or the stirring of unknown places within that only reveal themselves in clarity. The following morning, being ready to endure the sunset and the night, to become ready to receive the sunrise, and with it more life, is your divine task now. So it's like, there's morning and there's night. Don't get attached to the sun. Oh, falling off my chair. Don't get attached to the sun, and don't get attached. Oh, don't get attached to the day, and don't get attached to the night. It's almost giving you that message, but just enjoy them all and allow the sun to set and allow the morning to come in, you know? Yeah. Adaptability. Why is this coming to you? You are ready for it. For you have outgrown what has been, and it cannot satisfy your soul anymore. A part of you, your mind perhaps, may question whether or not you really want the change inherent in this oracle, divine gift or not. You may prefer that things remain the same, but what are you really wanting in that belief? Happiness, a sense of safety and security, love. Remember that any divine gift, no matter whether it seems to come at first through an obvious bestowal of grace, such as a wish coming true or a person being answered, a prayer being answered, or through a hidden grace of a loss or ending in our lives, there is always an offering of greater life within it. The blood angel tells you to not make yourself too small for what is happening in your soul and life now by holding on to what you know or holding on when it is better to let go. It may not be easy, but you will gain more trust in the divine, in you, in life. And greater power and heavenly play can and will flow through your soul into the world. The blood angel invites you to accept the genius of life and allow it to flow through you, circulating your divine light even more abundantly into the world around you. This oracle comes with a particular blessing of well-being and vitality. You have perhaps become tired or are well, but seek to engage in new projects and practices that will stretch or challenge you. The blood angel brings you the blessing of whatever energy is required to expand into where life is leading you. Ashe. What the divine has instilled within your heart shall be financed with life force and energy, so it may be brought to fulfillment. Your frequency is your currency. This is the sacred contract of human life. The journey shall be taken by the soul, and there will be challenges. And yet, what is required for divine fulfillment will always be available. If you have been struggling with your energy levels or with emotional or psychological challenges, more so than usual perhaps, then you are asked to complete the sacred honoring ritual for the cloak of the Christ oracle after you have completed the ritual for the blood angel. The reason for this is that your energy, as you are going through growth and opening, can become unstable for a time, more porous or vulnerable than usual. This is nothing to be concerned about, but you will benefit from more spiritual protection during this time. These rituals will assist you in gaining additional spiritual protection. If you need to take any particular action to bring yourself healing and wellness, these rituals will help you become conscious of and ready for that action simply through life experiences and eternal wisdom when the time is right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I said it to the other ones, you know, if anybody, each card has a sacred honoring ritual with it. So if anybody wants that, just put a note on the messages and I will get it to you. All right. And this one is suggesting that if you do this ritual, then also do one of the other ones. So if anybody wants it, just ask and you shall receive. All right. Beautiful. Deep message, Virgo. Deep message, Blood Angel. It's like you're ready. Again, you're ready for this transformation. And you're fully supported, you know. Beautiful message, very deep and beautiful at the same time. Okay, let's see who's gonna accompany Virgos with this big, beautiful blood angel. She who is present, Taras. Now, awareness and acceptance. Let's read that. And remember, Virgo is number 7. Okay, number 7. Taras. Taras, she who is present, stands strong during a blizzard. Her hair sweeps up to entangle with the fingers to the wind. Rather than complain about the storm, she simply allows her senses to be aware and accepts what is. This is a time of quiet solitude. In her hair, she harbors both butterfly and vine from the harsh reality of the snow. The vine, the insect, and the woman all find beauty in the present moment. Taras, whose name means now in Polish, values when and where she is. And you know, going with that, with the blood angel, it's like your power truly is in the now moment. You know, you've gone through all of this stuff, but look where you are now, right? This card is asking you to honor the things that are happening now, good, bad, and indifferent. Acknowledge this instant of time fully. Do not avoid the present moment by dreaming of the future or revisiting the past. It might be a good time to engage in physical activity to focus your awareness in the here and now. Your best hope for this situation is to face it head on. This is not a time to play ostrich. Facing the moment with acceptance will carry you into the next. Am I doing everything I can to stay present in the moment? First question. Second question, how can I focus myself more effectively? And third question, what happens when I accept what happens when I accept the things the way they are? I'm going to go back into Blood Passion number 7. Just to tie those two messages together. Because this one is well-being and vitality. And this is in the now. Yeah. What is coming to you? You are ready for it. You have outgrown. Yeah. Like literally, sometimes the synchronicity is so close that I wonder if I missed it or something, because I kept on saying the now. But that's basically what this card is saying, go now. So I was like, no, it couldn't have been. Is that the same message? And it is. The blood angel invites you to accept the genius of life and allow it to flow through you, circulating your divine light even more abundantly and into the world around you. Yeah, it's like who you are now is so powerful. And just, as you go through you've had to again, that whole death rebirth that was in there a lot, but knowing that all of that stuff that you've been through, like all of those initiations, life initiates us, right? So all of those initiations that you've gone through, they were for a reason, they were for a purpose, and you learned something from that. But also too, you learned that to lose all of that stuff, and there might have been maybe some deaths or friendships, and things that you had to maybe walk away from over the last 6 months or over the last year, and you felt like you were losing a lot. But listen, life never gives us more than we can handle. And literally, as much as low as you go, you're filled up by an even higher. Like sometimes, and if I having a down day, I've literally learned that when I have the low day, it's just for me to look at the emotion, clear it out. And the flip side is like double, so if I go down 5 frequencies or vibrations, I know I'm coming back up 10. So it's like, all right, I'm just having a low day, and it's okay. I'm just going to observe this because I know so much goodness is going to come in once I clear this out. And that's truly the power of the now moment. It's like when you have that clarity about what's really going on, that cycle of life, that give to get, receive, release, then you don't worry about the changes. Remember, be in flow and be adaptable. You let the sun rise and you let the sun set, because hey, I can create in the day and I can create in the night. Like I got it all. So walk with Taras, she who is present in the now. And there's so much power. And that's the word awareness. I thought it was coming out. I was feeling it, I think, with the Cancer card. But here it is, Virgo, awareness, and awareness of your power, awareness of like seeing the whole picture, knowing, hey, I went through this, I went through that, I went through that, I'm connecting it all, like almost again, seeing directly through the veils of life that a lot of people get caught up in. And Virgo, you are complete, you are whole, and you got everything. So now is the power, and get ready for the next moment, because it's here for you to take probably, and do your protection rituals. If you I'm sure you got your Virgos are very grounded and tapped in. So do those protection rituals, and call who you need to call in, or whatever you need to call in, because sometimes the protection, well, you know what, yeah, do your protection rituals, whatever it is you do when you feel like, hey, I need to call up my ancestors. I need to make sure I can walk through this valley and have no fear, because I know who's with me and know that I have the universe support. So get ready, kind of do that to prepare yourself, and get some maybe crystals. What is it? The tourmaline. Tourmaline is good for protection, some protection stones. Just walk with those. All right. Thank you so much, summer babies, for tapping into this version of the RUMI table. I will end this one here, and we will go into the next 3 signs: Libra, Sagittarius, and Scorpio. All right, you guys have a wonderful evening, and thank you for joining Spirit Prescriptions for this round of the RUMI Roundtable, the summer babies. Bye. And time to stop the video. Always have to bring this in closer. I will soon learn where the stop video is. Okay.